I'm standing on the train and look at all these men. What happened to giving up your seat for women? No man offered me a seat. Excuse me, are you going to get up?
What?
Are you going to get up?
Are you pregnant?
No.
Are you for equality?
Yes.
Then fuck off.
No respect. Chivalry is dead.
No, sir. That's wrong, sir. I'm broke and proud. Too lazy for a second job. And I much rather sit on the sofa and eat my biscuits in peace. I now have to openly admit that I am broke. I am officially taking myself into an era of being on my own. Dribble, dribble.
Rob Kardashian and Tyga pay $0 per month in child support to Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna tweeted, "Yesterday I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons? Morals, beliefs, being a single mother. No support, I'm a mama." She also said, "Single, no support, child support." Tyga and Rob Kardashian also use social media to clear the air. Tyga commented, "I pay $40K a year for my son's school and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support, LOL?" Rob Kardashian also commented, "I pay $37,000 a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all of her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support, LOL?" And we all know when one party's exes get in touch with one another, it's never good for the other party. Tyga commented back to Rob, "How you pay $3K less? Let me know the plug." Can someone check on Kelly Clarkson?
This drizzle movement is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Against my better judgment, I went on Bumble. I connected with a guy. We were having great conversations. We talked a few times. We made a plan to go out and have lunch. The day of, I'm getting ready. He hits me up and he's like, "So I'm in the mood for seafood. Do you like seafood?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like seafood." He like, "Okay, well then we should go to this restaurant." I don't even remember the name of it because we ain't go. But anyways, we should go to this restaurant and I know you paying for the lunch. Drizzle. No, I know I'm hanging up in your fucking face. Clicky. Because you got to be a drizzle fool if you think you gotta be a whole different level of sassy to use the word drizzle. I don't give a damn if it's misting outside. If rain is coming out the sky, you better not even say it's drizzling. Because I'm gonna walk away. Drizzle. No, I'm not going. And that's for drizzle, for shizzle, my nizzle. Fucking fool.
Women want grace that we do not give at all. We expect people to accept our bad behaviors, our attitudes, all of the trauma that we've had in our past, our kids, our baby daddies. We want men to accept all of that. And as soon as you do one thing, that's it. Provide. If you can't provide, then you're out of here. I think everybody makes excuses for us.
How the fuck is it that men can have their wages garnished, lose their license, and even go to jail for not paying child support, and yet there is zero accountability from the women to show proof that that money is actually being spent on the children?
I agree with everything that she's saying in this post, and the interesting part about it is that if a man ends up in jail and losing his job because he's in jail over paying child support, then all the women crying about the little amount of pennies that they get in child support goes from pennies to literally nothing. And is that better for the child? But additionally, I do agree that child support needs to be on some kind of debit card, or there has to be some kind of form or proof of where the money is going and that it's actually being spent on the child. Because there are plenty of women out there that get loads of child support and have nothing to show for it. A lot of women are overspenders and financial abusers and abuse the dad through the children. A lot of these women, you have to remember, are getting a lot of child support. They might be on government assistance. They're getting help from their parents. They're not claiming income. They're making a lot more than they say they are. And they're financial abusers, which is why I wholeheartedly believe that there needs to be more proof as to where this money is going. Okay, bye.
What's going on with masculinity? Why is it out the window now?
You want to hear one trend that is utterly horrifying? There was last year a 35% jump in men wanting consultants, being consulted on vasectomies. Like, don't even want to have kids, right? They don't want to take on the responsibility.
How
like
do
a
you
real
know that's
man.
that? How do you know?
I'm looking at it right here, all right?
I'm not surprised Fox News is so tone-deaf when it comes to the average male. It's not that we don't want to take on the responsibility of raising kids, it's just that the risk isn't worth it. If the mother of your kids decides to divorce you, often to jump into another hoe phase, you're left as a slave for 18 years paying child support. Add to that losing half your assets and possibly paying spousal support for life, and you see why men are wary. That's why more men are opting for vasectomies. It's usually the men who've been through the ringer divorce, robbed, or child support slaves who vow never to be victims again. Getting a vasectomy allows them to avoid this massive risk without going full MGTOW.
You know, this whole soft guy era, right? And I'm not here to bash you, you know, do you kink, right? But what I'm here to bash, really not really to bash, but what I'm here to say is the women that are in the comment section trying to shoot your shot, just stop. Y'all know I love to read the comments, right? So every time I see a video, of course, I'm going to read them. And I am absolutely embarrassed about the amount of women that's in these comment sections talking about, see, that's me. Y'all describing me. It's about time y'all see good women. I'm a CNA and I'm humble. Us warehouse girls really know how to work, not like these IG models. What are y'all doing? First off, if this movement was real, I would actually be here for it because I do think men need to raise their standard. Look past the physical and actually look for somebody's character and you will end up with a better mate. That's not what this is. At best, it's parody. At best, it's just satire to make women feel bad about their choices. But what they really want is the women that they truly desire to change their ways so that they can have access to them. So for all of the quote-unquote good girls in the comments thinking this is your time to shine, they don't want you, sis. They never wanted you. You been here and you been not getting picked. I'm not trying to be mean, but stop embarrassing yourself for these people's comments and let them just fight for the attention of the women that they truly want, right? And you can find a man that's gonna like you, but it ain't gonna be none of them, okay?
I had high hopes for her, but she ultimately didn't get it. We men want good women, and that's why the soft guy era was created. Most women in the feminist West are 304s, yet they demand to be treated like traditional women. In fact, these bedwenches demand to be treated like queens because they want a vacation lifestyle. So today's review is about a video segment Fox News did about the soft guy era. It's gotten so big that even the news is covering it. Well played, gents. Strange how MGTOW has been around for at least a decade and barely makes the news, but the soft guy era has been around for a month and it makes headlines. I'm willing to guess it's because the soft guy era can easily be interpreted to make men look weak.
It's a thing now, apparently. Look, I'm a former relationship columnist, I swear. When I was single in my days in Hoboken, I wrote about these things. And it just seems like men do not want to play the role of being elusive anymore or being hard to get. They text way too much. They're far too needy. They live far too long with their parents, particularly with mom. And that's a problem when you're a woman and you want a real man, okay?
This guy might as well be a boomer because he's completely out of touch with how much has changed since he was single. Females are lower quality than ever, and with social media and dating apps, they can get new dick like they ordered it on Uber Eats every day of the week, and no one would be the wiser. Back in the day, there was just one town hoe. Now it's like 70% of the women in the West. I do agree with him that men should play harder to get and value themselves more, but what's the reward in the end? To get a used-up woman, Chads and Tyrone's leftovers. Claiming that those in the soft guy era, MGTOW, red pill, or passport bros are losers is exactly why people don't watch mainstream news anymore. Do some research or at least ask someone from the red pill community before making such baseless claims.
To think
Uh-oh,
what's going to be like for my daughter.
Toxic masculinity.
I'm just saying.
Shaming tactics claiming we want a mama jokes, but they also serve as a good gauge to see if she really likes you. Most of these modern women date just to get free relationship benefits from men. So at the very least, if she doesn't even want to go Dutch, she has zero interest in you.
One right now, he says that women should be paying for all the dates. Listen to this.
I don't care what anybody says, but a guy should always be paying for dates.
Never. Literally, being in my soft guy era, it literally opens my eyes to reality. Women want to be in long-term relationships, so this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to pay for all the dates.
You mentioned yesterday you have a very long and happy marriage.
Yes.
Would you be having that happy marriage if you had asked your wife to pay for the dates?
There's no way. My wife really jokes for me because we went on our first date, and I brought a coupon when we got yogurt, and she still thought that was pretty funny. So, look, some of these guys, all they want is a mom. That's what they want. They want to be coddled and taken care of.
Those girls that talk about everything their boyfriends buy for them, like a Van Cleef necklace or a Tiffany ring, or my 4-year long-term ex, who was 5 years older than me, dating me when I was a broke college student. We went 50-50 on every single fucking date after our first date. Deadass, this man bought me a Fiji water bottle on our first date at the Getty Museum. And after that point, we split everything. I didn't think I'd ever go through this, and I've never gone through this until now. But this is our Venmo transaction history together. Like, $7.70, I think, on udon groceries is probably what we split. $12, $35 for sushi, $10 for lunch and coffee. This man could not just get the $20 bill. Oh my God, $9 for tacos, $11 for poke, $8.50 for Thai food. Yeah, I was insisting on paying him, but he could have just been like, no, it's on me. I literally got a part-time job at UCLA at the library so I could pay for our dates. And he had a full-time career. I'm so mad. $6 for In-N-Out. $13 for pizza. Oh my God. Luckily here, I'm doing minus beer because I was 19. I could not drink alcohol. So he would just buy beer for himself because he was able to drink. And I would know in that moment, like, Joyce, don't pay for his drink. God, $7 breakfast burrito, $10 paddle boarding, $5 parking. Even in 2020, when we're dating, still it's happening. $10. Foods. Is this much okay? Like, I'm just guessing. I'm probably just... And I had no clue this was not, like, normal. I thought everyone and their boyfriends were all splitting 50-50 every single date. Like, what? I think this man has probably gotten me like a couple coffees just on him, and then maybe a couple birthday dinners. But we split everything. We split our anniversary dinner. We split fucking getting just tacos in it. It was crazy to me. It's crazy. I'm really upset.
That's how it's done, Kings. That's the bare minimum. If she's not a virgin and traditional otherwise, the more body she has, the more she'll have to pay Drizzle.
Like it's a dessert.
You don't get yogurt for dessert.
Hold on, listen.
You have it in the morning.
Attractive women cannot afford to date down. If you're dating somebody who is beneath you, who, you know, you're clearly out of his league, and he's an insecure guy, he will always take it out on you. And this also goes for a man who clearly can't afford you. You're also out of his league. You have to be really careful because these emasculated, insecure men, they're going to end up enraged because they're so emasculated, they're so insecure, and the only way they can make their sad little selves feel better is by exerting some form of control over you, potentially even abuse, to put you in your place. Because insecure men have this need to enforce this like sick power dynamic where you're beneath him. And the clearer it is that you are not beneath them, that he is beneath you, the more triggered he will be. And honestly, the more that you're going to become his emotional and sometimes his physical punching bag. So if you're in a relationship where you resonate with anything that I just said, please just get out. Get out of there. You're much better off single than with a guy whose attitude is to take you down a peg. After you've been out of that dangerous situation, I want you to really do the deep work. Commit to healing your self-confidence because the universe gave you a gift. You can only date confident, successful guys. God is not going to let you date down. And look at that as a gift because it is.
We're done with the man talk. We're done with the man talk.
All right, I'm just saying.
As a woman, when you go on a date, when you're dating someone, of course you pick up the check every now and then and you chip in here and there. You've got young sons.
It's called chivalry, okay? I don't know what this soft guy, I thought it was soft bod. I thought that's what we were talking about. Dad bods. I'm like, gross. No, but here's the thing. So I work full time. We all know that. The thing about being financially independent as a woman in a marriage, it's a beautiful thing. I don't need my husband financially. My husband doesn't need me financially. We are together because we want to be together, and we work on our marriage because we actually just want to be together and raise our children together. That's a beautiful thing.
The way she disrespects men shows that the woman in red is a typical modern feminist. Notice how she claims she doesn't care what her husband makes, yet conveniently omits what job he has or his actual salary. Do you really think she'd marry a teacher or a fireman or any other low-salary guy? 9 times out of 10, when a married woman says she doesn't care about her husband's income, it's because he makes at least the same amount or more. Yeah, she doesn't care what he makes, but he just so happens to pull in 6 figures. Do you really think a high-profile woman like her would settle for anyone average? It's like when beautiful or attractive women preach self-love or body positivity. It's easy for them to be positive about their bodies when they're living life on easy mode, getting free benefits just for existing. Of course, they'll be happier than a Karen. Women who earn more will often use it against you. They'll be passive-aggressive and call you insecure when you set boundaries. Because they make more, they feel like the relationship rules don't apply to them, including respect for you.
So where are those single 30 to 40-year-old men at?
A lot of them are just doing their own thing. They go to work, they go home, they enjoy their hobbies. Some might be online dating. But for the most part, many of them have given up on dating, unfortunately. The risks just outweigh the benefits at this point. They don't feel appreciated for their efforts. They feel like everything they do is bare minimum. They're tired of all the unreasonable expectations.
When we're dating, should he absolutely be paying for our dates? Yes, that's chivalry. He should also keep me on the inside when we're walking on a sidewalk. He should be opening the door for me. And by the way, my husband does that, and my 3 children, boys, do that as well. So no one in the Sapphire House.
But a revolving door, the man always goes first.
Did she keep her legs closed before marriage? Her boys are being set up to fail because these modern women aren't real women. They're closer to streetwalkers. They don't qualify nor deserve chivalry. Just wait till their boys get red-pilled the hard way, unless if they marry 18-year-old virgins at their church. They're going to be joining the MGTOW movement eventually.
Do you guys know why men hate hoes?
Why, Mark? Why do men hate hoes?
Every man's deepest fear, that's the functional equivalent, is raising a kid that they find out later on isn't theirs.
Yep.
It's just a dumb fear, honestly, because there's like bigger things in the world, like dying. That's fine, but she could raise her son to be such a noble man that regardless if his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember?
No choice.
Noble, right?
Yeah.
You want a man that makes more money than you? Yep.
It doesn't matter. I would hope so.
Smarter than you?
Yeah.
You said teach you things, so more competent than you?
Yeah.
How about you be noble and go date the homeless guy downstairs?
I could. That's not a problem. I can build him up.
Hold on, but why don't you do it though?
What you want?
I don't have the time right now to do that.
Cool, and I don't have time to raise kids that aren't mine.
Hey.
What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. See you next time.